But then with that cleared up, let me tell you about my sister. So, growing up, Hannah was the gentle one. She was the kind, patient peacekeeper. She was always taking care of everyone else. She was always making sure everyone else had enough before she had any. She would give the rest of us her extra Christmas presents if she felt like she had more. She was the first to offer up to help out at home. I can't look at you. Oh. And she loved the unloved things, frogs and toads and worms. And she was weird, and she still is. But she is my favorite person in the whole world. She is the face I look for in a crowd. And she's a fundamental part of who I am as a person, and I think a lot of people in this room maybe too. But I think all of the kindness and patience that she put out into the universe as a kid, as the middle child of 5, as an oncology nurse now, that all came back to deliver a perfectly complimentary, weird kid. In the form of Brendan Dillon. And for those of you who don't know who Diggle and Dale are, those are our long-standing nicknames for Hannah and Brendan. So I want to talk about Dale. So I wanted to go back to 2018. I was in my first year of medical school in South Carolina. Hannah was in nursing school. She came to visit me in March for the big St. Patty's Day festival. A few days before she came, she said, "Hey, I have a friend. He's at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. He wants to come down for the weekend. Can he stay at your house?" And this was a really big festival in South Carolina. It wasn't uncommon that we had people come and stay at our house, drop off their bags, meet up with their other out-of-town friends, and we would never see them at all. And they would just kind of use our house as a pit stop. And I figured this was the case, and I said, "Sure, he can come, no problem." And I figured I would never meet him at all. But the weekend came, Hannah showed up, we had a normal sisters weekend. We went to a brewery on Friday night, and lo and behold, Brendan shows up. He was like 100 pounds. And Dale, in her own words, was $1.50. But he came to the brewery, he came to the next brewery and the next brewery, and at some point I asked Diggle, "Where are his friends?" And she had no idea. And so we went home, we went to sleep, we woke up the next morning, we figured Brendan was long gone, and he was in the kitchen listening to the High Kings. And I said, "Diggle, where are his friends?" And she was like, "I don't know." And so, anyways, we went to the festival, we took him with us. We had a blast. It was so fun. It was 2018, so we're drinking Natter Days. We're taking Jello shots out of 5-gallon buckets. We talked about this weekend like on a weekly basis. It was the fundamental part of the beginning of our friendship, I think. And I think maybe after the 15th or 16th Guinness, I stopped asking where his friends were, and I figured out that she was the friend. And I was part of the package deal, and that turned out to be a theme for like 5 or 6 years. So after this weekend, they stayed really good friends, and obviously, eventually their relationship turned into something more. And when this happened, I got a little scared, because I thought that maybe her having him would give me less of her time, less of her jokes, less of her attention. But it was never like that. Brendan always made space for me, for all of us, really. He participated in all of the costume parties. He took the crappy nicknames. He rode a hobby horse in the backyard multiple times because we thought it was funny, and he did too. He went head-to-head with Weezer in a hot dog eating competition like a month after they started dating. And he shares the fundamental the value of committing to the bit. So what I was afraid of losing, I got more of. She was more present. She was more engaged. She was more herself with him around. I never thought Diggle could get more Diggle. If she wants a toad sanctuary in the backyard, he's out there with a shovel and a pile of rocks that they collected together. If she wants a wedding with a subtle Lord of the Rings theme, so does he. She signed him up for a marathon last year, and he was excited just to have a new task to do together. For whatever Hannah decides to be, Brendan is the gasoline that makes her fire more. There is so much respect and admiration in the way that they speak about each other. They are each other's #1 fans and biggest motivators. I'm not sure which one of them suggests going to the gym every morning at 6 o'clock in the morning, but they do it together, and they like it, I think. Probably simply because they are together, and it's so easy to see how well they just work. It is the most natural form of happiness I've ever seen. I feel lucky that I get to watch them be together, to champion each other and build a life based on the truest friendship. Two weird kids that love love and love things. So tonight, I'm incredibly grateful to be here, telling you the stories that I was lucky enough to be a part of. Not because my best friend is getting married, but because my best friends are.